Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen. We're just getting started here. We're just about to hit 1 o'clock, and then we're going to go ahead and jump back into the Secret of Monkey Island EGA. We just made it to the boat, and we're going to quickly get through that section and get onto the island. Let's see how far we go today. We might burn through what's left of this game very quickly. The big time sink was the insult sword fighting, and that's already done. If that's the case, depending on whether or not on how it goes, we might pop on to some other versions of the game and check out what they look like. So right now we are playing the EGA DOS VGA version. VGA EGA DOS VGA. Wow, that's wrong. It's a 16 color EGA version. This is the original version that was released. Eventually, the VGA version came out and it was an upgrade. And then they made the CD enhanced version, which also gave it an updated interface as well as CD audio. Now you'll most likely be familiar with the VGA CD release as it was used in the classic modes for the special editions and whatnot, which is one of the most common ways for people to have the game these days. My voice sounds like it's coming through a lot better on this one. I noticed when I was cutting together the loom footage that my voice had gotten fairly low in this, so when we hey ATM, how you doing? Cool. I was just saying, I adjusted my microphone. Is it like booming through, or well, let's get the game going. Okay, it's good. Good. Excellent. Excellent. It's been a bit of a week. My wife had to head to another city to help the foster child that was staying with us. Is still staying with us. His name's Jude. He's a great kid. And yes, he had some things he had to do there, which was why our previous stream was canceled. But you know, it's been a good week so far. Me and my boys just sitting here gaming out in various ways. It's been fun. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll just load it. As much as I love the copy protection, we'll just go straight to loading the game here. Because we were on the boat. Alright, so let's start picking up everything because, you know, we are Garbage 3 Foot, wannabe Mighty Pirate, and terrible klepto. Totally. Now, like, we don't bypass the copy protection in this version of the game. But if you have a save file that's after the copy protection, you're totally fine. Let's not point that out too much. Get them another cease and desist from. Well, it used to be Lucas Legal. It's an old dusty book inside. Here comes some exposition, and let's look at the dusty book. No, we're gonna go ahead and read all that. All right, no. So this is an opportune moment for me to talk about my personal theory. Some early version of the press puzzle. That would make some sense. And yeah, like we were saying before about how it could have worked, like say how we had to bake off the map in CMI. Yeah, that would have been a very, very neat version of the puzzle. Like, I personally think that as I've said before, the Mutiny of Monkey Island um, game design that came out could work great as a prequel with minor changes. Um, and I think this even works with it. I want when H.T. Marley, because we all know what the storyline did with him in the long run, and this wouldn't count in Ron's 3A, I'm sure. But with what we've been given, and Herman throughout being Grandpa Marley, um, sorry for the spoilers for anybody who hasn't played that game yet. they took some liberties that not everybody even accepts. And but I mean, as for the games, what they say. But my thought here is, um, Toothrot is actually the guy who's hanging on the thing, and when Marley loses his memory, he takes on all of the characteristics of this Toothrot guy because it was his like hatred and obsession over this long boat ride, and he couldn't when he got whomped, all of a sudden he thought he was this other guy, and that's why Herman Toothrot is so dramatically different from the depictions of H.T. Marley that we've heard before. That's true. That's fair enough. I think the only time that's sort of done well is if it doesn't rely too heavily on existing facts and it just goes ahead and makes its own story. I absolutely love Captain Crunch to this day because it appeared in Monkey Island. It's not like you can get sick of it real quick, but I always love Captain Crunch. And I completely agree there too. Like I was saying, like for example, like Solo telling a bunch of backstory that we didn't really ask for or need. Like elements of that would have been cool as in like flashes and stuff. I just I always want some more Monkey Island. And I just when I first read the Mutiny of Monkey Island script, I'm like, wow, I want some of this to be previous backstory. Especially like the Governor Fat. Let's expand on him being that. Let's be him. We've even talked about this on Discord it previously. You know, I want him to like be the deposed former governor of Melee Island, who got pushed off to his own island, which he then named Fat Island, and you know became aggressively worse than he ever was on Melee. Wow, gunpowder. Go take some. Yeah, and whether it was Elaine that deposed him or her grandfather, um, there's a big gap. We don't know who her parents were, but according to the logs, they're you know sort of not great people. That's the part that makes it really interesting for me. It's just that it could be done in its own way and get rid of the weird Sloan character, but maybe still have it around that, and you can have little blips of moments that actually get out. That seems more of shoehorning something into a different story. But say little Guybrush is kicking around at parts, and he just happens to be walking through at times that are pretty impressive, and it leaves an impression. Right? Let's go back here, open up our cereal. So one thing I'm gonna do here is for my own self confirmation is that before we start putting anything into the pot, I am going to save, and I'm gonna see what all I can put into the pot. Um, because I remember getting very stuck as a child after putting the wrong thing into there. Open. No, oh, zero. Very fair too. Yeah, Escape from Monkey Island. Took like we were saying there before, how they were trying to close up some plot threads and everything, but it was all like, okay, let's mash all these plot threads through closed instead of properly going through it. We'll just slam them together, and the monkey head is a giant robot. Because why not? We want giant robots. Open prize. What? I just used the prize in the cabinet. It wouldn't let me open it. And then, okay. I'll look at prize. Probably should have done. Look, there we go. But I was able to just use the prize in it. That's funny. Nice. Okay, pick up. Man, that's heavy. Filled no doubt with golden jewels. Uh, hate to tell you, Guybrush. Look at chest. Look at chest. Hey, look, a piece of paper. Golden jewels. And some cinnamon sticks. That's fair. That's fair. Who controls the cinnamon sticks? All right. So let's see what all I can put in there that I shouldn't be able to. And I'm also going to try with the fire underneath. Okay, so let's start with something we already know we really don't want to be putting in there. Use leaflet. Okay, no. Okay, so that actually just reads it. Maybe I had a different version with that. But anyways, that wasn't the thing that really got me. Here's my... See, by default, I couldn't even put that in there if by going... Very possibly. Very possibly. The only way to get there directly right now would be debug codes. I'm going to make that like a point in different video. Wonderful. Okay, so I can't effectively show the way I dead-ended myself there. I wonder if, yeah, back when they were more actively developing the Scum side of Scum VM, they patched that out. Seems weird to go out of their way to patch it. Well, no, I guess you do patch original game bugs, but this isn't so much a bug in the sense it's just a lack of foresight and being able to use too much in there. So, use breath mints with cooking pot. Let's just get us to Monkey Island, I guess. Okay. Cinnamon sticks. Use. Okay, I will do that. First time. We saved anyway. Use cooking pot leaflet. Okay, but like if that wasn't even there. Okay, so what about use magnetic compass? Oh, use cooking pot with magnetic compass. Deplactus. Okay. Maybe my childhood memories are just completely wrong. And I didn't have to restart that game that time, but we're gonna try to burn it too. Use red hot fire. Ow! Okay, it doesn't let you go backwards towards those. That seems like a Will Ferrell moment. That's like the one time in Monkey Island I can imagine Will Ferrell was as Kyber Street Food. The rest never. Ow, that's hot. Okay, so I'm a schmuck apparently, so I may be very well wrong, or there's multiple versions of the EGA, or it was fixed in the Roland patch. I don't know. I'm gonna have to poke around with that further. I'm gonna see if I can ever at any point manage to recreate this weird occurrence that I've experienced or didn't. But in the meantime, let's continue with some voodoo. What else didn't I put in there? Cotton shirt? Was it a shirt? I mean, I could look at the thing. I just... Yeah, I'll look. Not sure if I put the Jolly Roger in there yet. Yeah, it should be, everything else should be in there already. Yeah, no, there's Jolly Roger right there. Boom. And that one was a little chunky. Slower than the tiniest bit. My apologies if that boomed right out of the room. I'd believe that. I'd believe that. And the thing is his maps aren't wrong. It's just as an addition. It's like a skill testing question. Who is that guy? And how does he know where everything is? I mean, clearly nobody, because he never shows up again. But also, I mean, Fester is clearly like some sort of skin suit or whatever. Like he as opposed to other times when you see LeChuck change shape, you see him tear out of Fester. So leaves the question, like, was Fester somebody before LeChuck like possessed him, perhaps, and he just explodes out of him at some point? And poor Fester. Who the hell was Fester Shine Top before then? Was he actually the sheriff there? Was he a much different person? I like rooting around the edges when there's not a whole lot of current content coming up. Why not? All right. Let's go get some more gunpowder and set something on fire and go to Monkeyology. A very decent man who died. See, I would throw that into the weird prequel that we make. Although, maybe somewhere in between that makes this fair decent man who died into, you know, give him like 20 years of at least is working or something like that. Gunpowder. I'm gonna throw an extra save here for. I prefer getting it done with the giant piece of rope. I haven't had problems with that since I was little, though. When people are watching is probably when I'll stick. So use screw the people. Fine, I'll just use my trusty feather pen. Gunpowder and cannon nozzle. Giant piece of rope. Okay. Use flaming mass with fuse. Swap to cannon nozzle. Under Monkey Island. Okay, were you able to, or was I just remembering nothing? Okay. So I don't know what the hell happened to those items. Because you can put the recipe in. Okay, that's true. That's true. I don't know how I ended up getting to that point without a magnetic compass though, because I remember having to start back basically at the boat where so I must have somehow. I mean, that's possible. Someone could be hurt. Just leave him on the beach, whatever. All right. Notice of public meeting. Oh my gosh. Hmm. I am unfamiliar. Oh, pick up the banana. No, don't leave until you've picked up the banana. Nobody. It took too many tries to pick up a banana. Let's go mess up Hermit's house. Hmm. Just like messing up Herman's place. A nice spyglass. Looks just like. Where is my spyglass? Hmm. That would be awesome. Just to get some more head of the navigator in there. I've decided I'm getting the necklace of eyeballs tattooed as a necklace at one point. Come to think about it, I've probably wanted that all my life. So definitely. I saw a monkey waving here. He must have died. It's like, don't be a jerk. Good. I love how and it becomes less and less common in the LucasArts games as we go that they did throw a few puzzles in that can have multiple solutions. Like, for example, how you bother to ignite or deal with the dam here, right? Let's all let's go there for the sake of maybe picking up a note and seeing this guy. It's printed on letterhead. It's the ghost pirate LeChuck. We must ask you once again to curtail your nightly activities in the sacred monkey head area. Decent people are trying to sleep. Wow, it's like, kindly keep the noise level down. Let's, I can make it faster. Is it? Kindly keep the noise level down. Monkey Island cannibals. That just meant P.S. We saw you taking that one with the scarf down there. Okay, that was the wrong direction. And that made it so it was too long. Try that. Resume. Alright, let's look at that guy. Uh-oh. It's an old friend of mine, the one I sailed here with. He's lost weight. Never looked better. He's just like glib about it. You know? This guy is fucking dead, dude. like horribly. He like died horribly. He was trying to put up a tire swing. Definitely. You got lots of other background here. Lots of the was used to create depth. No. This is also just comparatively. I always thought this was jarring, at least right up until I got to the monkey head. And, you got impaled bodies and shit. But this was out of left. I had not expected to see that. I think I better go now. I'm not gonna talk to crazy. No way, Herman. Doesn't look good. Let's walk to the jungle. Alright. To the fork. Should I go all the way up before I blow this up? Yeah, sure. I'll take this interesting rock, too. To the Monkey Island cannibals. I don't mind you worshipping in front of the sacred monkey idol, which doubles as my home secret base operation. That's a good idea. And yeah, totally. I really can't do anything that way after you've blown up. The damn. Walked up the jungle. Means another exit out, but yeah, this whole area here just doesn't really get seen again after you imagine this just becomes pure river. Walk 2-foot roads. All right. So I guess this is where we decide which ending we're going for. Are we going for it? We've destroyed the ship, or they're the ones that save us. I always destroy the ship. They're a terrible crew. Hey, Herman didn't see it. No, there's no witnesses. That would be interesting, and I'd believe that as well. I think they didn't use as much of the volcano area, like the inlet slash volcano thing, as much as they were originally planning. Yes, it is a nice view. Divers, I'm here to rescue someone. Well, here I am. Glad you came to rescue me. I mean, there's that whole one chunk of the island on the left that we don't do anything with. It's just everything that happens is in the south, right or north. So east or north. I did. Where does it shows you a distant view of the giants? Hmm. Just looking. Yeah, and there. Okay, sorry. I was like, do I have to go find? Yeah. No. Totally makes sense. And that would be awesome. And having some and considering the level of detail that Ferrari's able to get, or which artist did this area. Um, yeah, you can see a lot of you can even see the crack. You got the crack right here. More than likely, at least I figure that's the crack. Excuse me, I've got pressing attention, business to attend to. I mean, it could just be a hill. All right. Give me my Sierra Death pop-up window. I mean, that's direct. The gentleman who came into the Discord the other day, who, I don't know. I didn't feel like getting into a argument with a troll who took a silly joke in um, server naming to be like fighting words, and you'd have to be all like, "Ooh, Sierra versus LucasArts." I don't care. I love all adventure games; they're great. I would prefer LucasArts ones because they have Monkey Island in it. Monkey Island's my favorite game of all time. It's not rocket science. I don't need to like argue the merits of one or the other, and I can see how each appeals to different people in different ways. Let's get the banana tree though. Yeah, I think if anything, the value that Sierra games have there, like when looking at their death scenes, if they were all individual and whatnot, then you could almost collect them for like if you were doing a completionist run. I think uh, you have to count all those various death scenes because they're unique animations, etc. Right? Yeah, I have noticed that, but it has led to some wonderful fan games, and I guess that's also, Sierra not nailing everybody with you know, legal, DMCA's for fucking everything. And you're not wrong about the Stockholm Syndrome thing at all. But I love those games. If put on the spot and asked what my favorite two adventure games of all time, or I'd obviously say Monkey Island, and my other one will be an unpopular one these days in Leisure Suit Larry. I love those games. They're awesome. I like funny games. Um, I like them both in different ways. With Leisure Suit Larry, I will admit I was the unintended audiences, being one of those kids who had Leisure Suit Larry on a floppy disk that his parents didn't know about. You know, yeah. I love the tweet the other day from Mark Crow. Was it Mark Crow? It was one of the two guys from Andromeda. Um, while they were making this Gremlins game, he was off playing Monkey Island 2 because they had stole half the team from Space Quest 4 to make the Gremlins weird game. And so, yeah, he was playing Monkey Island 2 while they did that and pretending he was actually working. I hit the banana tree, right? I think I did. Let's go see. Nice. I am enjoying all the nods to Monkey Island and LucasArts games in the Wet Dreams Don't Dry, which is a terrible name, by the way, but I'm sure it translates better in Germany where it was developed. Um, I'm quite enjoying it. It's an excellent adventure game. No, it doesn't have nudity. No, no, Leisure Suit Larry doesn't rely on that though, and that was what I meant by I was part of the unintended audience, the ones that were kids who had this they're not supposed to have, and for them it was a level of titillation that the games were never really designed to be. It was about showing the failure of living in hypersexualized, sex obsessed life, and how it made Larry lose all the time. But that entire part was lost on me. It was all about finding the next Easter egg. So when like a game like Magna Cum Laude comes out, that the original fans are like, no, that's terrible. I quite enjoyed it. I hate to say, the writing was very funny. It was not a Leisure Suit Larry game, but that was just the evolution of the games. And so, yeah, LO didn't like the humor anymore, but it wasn't, the adult humor had sort of grown past that. Yeah, and I think that's why Box Office Bust, despite having a really good cast, although I'd never buy Jeffrey Tambor as Leisure Suit Larry. Sorry, I don't believe Jan Rabson's voice ever became that low. No, sorry, can't. But hey, I'll take that as some weird alternate reality. And I don't see that person as Larry Lovage, because Larry Lovage was actually fairly decent as a Larry character. Um, like I said, unpopular opinion, I'm sure, but I quite enjoyed it. I did not pick up the. Okay, so that is the thing. Yeah, I forgot the gunpowder. Absolutely. Well, let's take the other pathway out. My mouse is so annoying and squeaky. They closed my electronics store, which was my electronics store, like mine, but I had left there before. Anyways, I said that before. That's where I would go to get get myself a different mouse, like today, so it wouldn't be squeaky and driving me nuts. Let's make it so that doesn't do things. I would have knocked, but I couldn't find the door. Don't be a jerk. I think he could have called us a jerk for that too, and wouldn't have been wrong. What happened to your pants? What pants? Fucking Herman. Go on. Leave Herman. Herman doesn't even care. Whatever. I took your gunpowder. I'm leaving. Yeah, no nudity at all. Leave it in as some level of an Easter egg, because that's all it ever was. It wasn't some, yes, it was different MCL and whatnot, but I'll go ahead and say that's a very different game. That's not your traditional Larry game. They could have, I think they would have been, if they wanted to do that, they'd been better at creating like a Larry verse or something like that, which I think they were trying to do, frankly, but it not only hit the wrong chord with people, it's definitely irritated Al Lowe to no end, which didn't help, fans who very much follow him and his opinion to get behind it at all. And yeah, I don't know. I gotta say, What Dreams Will Die, it's a great adventure game, a great point and click adventure game. So, spyglass, open spyglass. So I mean, I could do that, or I could use the flint with that, but let's just use the lens on sun. Not walk to sun. Alright, so we're going to cut that one there, and then come back on the next playthrough. I hope you've been enjoying our playthroughs so far. We do this a lot. If you ever want to catch it live, be sure to go to twitch.tv/TheRealGloKid, and we tend to broadcast lately. It's been just about every evening for an After Dark presentation, which is a secondary series I was starting up. But for the scheduled LucasArts playthroughs, that will be Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock on that channel. And if you've been enjoying it here, be sure to click like and subscribe. That will make sure you know when my new videos come out, and it does help the channel quite a lot. Thank you very much for watching. If you have something to say about the video, be sure to leave a comment. And from this point, I'll just hope you all have a great day, And thanks again for watching. Cheers.